Yeah.
Okay, could you explain a little bit about your overall business strategy for LaBelle Management?
Well, as I mentioned a couple times, we're opportunistic driven. If we believe that there's a market and a niche in that market where we can make money, we will look into acquiring something. On the other hand, if we believe something's run its course and we have the opportunity to make money by selling or divesting of it, we do that also. If you look at the history of our company, we have bought and sold, opened and closed, and divested of as many properties as we've purchased. So I think we look at, we're a professional hospitality company, we're a professional management company. To us, it doesn't really matter what we manage or what we're invested in. As an example, about 3 years ago, we had the opportunity to buy 2 Big Apple Bagel stores, one in Mount Pleasant and one in Midland. We leased to the owner at the time, down here in Stadium Mall in Mount Pleasant, and he came to us and said, I'm thinking about getting out of the business. My lease is coming up. Do you know anybody that might want to buy the business? And we said, well, we just happen to be in the restaurant business and in the real estate business, so we'll take a look at it. So we were able to strike a deal with him, and we bought both of his stores. He was able to retire, and the bagel stores continue on. So it just happened to be an opportunity that fit what we were doing and worked for us. And that's why we have so many different concepts. We have Pixie, Italian Oven, Big Boy, Ponderosa, Bennigan's, Johnny Rockets, Tim Hortons, Villa Fresh Italian Kitchen, Cold Stone Creamery. It's because there's a lot of different niches and a lot of different opportunities.
Okay. Well, then in addition to that, then what do you feel like LaBelle's core competencies or core values are?
Well, again, we're a professional hospitality business, but our core, our mission statement is to do the right thing. And when you really break that down and you really look at it, we spent a lot of time years ago trying to decide, what's our mission statement? How do you come up with this paragraph? And if you really research and look at companies' mission statements, they're anywhere from 2 or 3 sentences to 10 sentences, 12 sentences, a big long paragraph. And we really boiled it down to do the right thing. And what does that mean? People know right from wrong when you get down to it at the end of the day. People know right from wrong. And if you say do the right thing, that means do the right thing for the customer, do the right thing for the employee, do the right thing for the business. Those are kind of the 3 legs that we work with. So if you're the employee and we do the right thing by you, but it's the wrong thing for the business and the customer, then it's probably not the right thing. So if we do the right thing for you and that's the right thing for the customer and the business, then that's doing the right thing. And you take that all the way around the 3 legs. Our other core competencies, I think, are honesty, integrity, and respect. And we expect people to be upfront and honest with us. We expect people to deal with us with a high degree of integrity. And we expect all of our employees to respect one another and to respect the guest, and have respect for our facilities and our businesses, as we do for them. At the end of your career with LaBelle Management, you may have many different opinions on whether you liked it, because there's a lot of people that come through the food and hospitality hotel business that are in transit. There are some career people, they're going to spend a long time with you. There are some people that are going to school, and they're going to work with you 2 to 3, 4 years while they're at school and they need a job. There are people that are using it as a second career. They're a teacher by day, but they may be waiting tables at night as a way to earn secondary income. So there's a lot of different reasons people are in this business, and a lot of different reasons that we provide those services. But at the end of the day, at the end of your career, you may like this business, you may not like this business. You may like this company, you may not like this company. But what I really want people to say is, I enjoyed my time there and they were fair. No matter what happened, they were fair and they treated me with respect. Even if they say, I hated that business, I hated working in that company, I hated that restaurant, but you know what? They were fair. They treated me with respect and they were fair. So if somebody can say that, we've done our job.
Yeah, cool. Okay, let's go ahead and look into the supply chain a little bit.
Okay.
Like you said, you own like a lot of different restaurants and things. Are there cost savings maybe with suppliers, like for maybe like the restaurant chain or even the hotels, things like that?
Absolutely. Volume is everything in purchasing. So the more volume that we can push to one vendor, obviously the better deal that we're going to get. So, if you own one location and we happen to own 32, owning 32 locations, I expect to get a better deal than you should get having one. My volume is a lot larger than your volume. I better be getting a better deal. If I'm not, I've got a problem. So now there are some things that are, that are fixed pricing. I mean, you're going to buy liquor and beer and wine at the same level that I will be, because there aren't, that's required by, or that's regulated by the state. But as far as food and different supplies you need, I'm going to be buying a lot more. I should be getting a lot better price.
We're going to go into a little more in depth on your supply chain. Maybe talk about the actual specific vendors that you use to supply your food and then alcoholic beverages to the different segments that you're in. If you could just go into a little bit of detail about that.
Well, Gordon Food Service out of Grand Rapids is our main supplier. We've had a 60-year business relationship with them. They're a privately held company, just a fabulous company. So they've always been very good price-wise and service-wise. And then, we use other suppliers. Yeah, I think, when you get into the franchises, some of them have required suppliers, and they have contracts with those suppliers. And we will use them as long as we're not paying more. So, again, by moving our volume to Gordon's or bidding, you can keep everyone honest and you can save money.
Okay.
So we've been successful in getting Gordon's to be approved suppliers for some of our concepts, and those prices then are all negotiated between the franchisor and Gordon's as to what their case cost delivered into the back door is. So a lot of that negotiating is already done for you by the franchisor. And they may go to US Foods or Cisco and Gordon's, and they may have 3 approved vendors for different areas of the company or country, and then they have all of their case prices negotiated already.
Okay.
So,
Okay, and then what about the alcoholic beverages that you would have at some of your specific restaurants or hotels?
well, in Michigan, a lot of that's regulated through the state, so that there aren't deals out there from the different suppliers. But we use Fabiano Brothers out of Bay City.
Okay.
For they're just a huge distributor, but they have all the wines and pretty much all the beers except Miller. So there's the consolidation in that business too. Everybody's buying everybody and getting larger. So that's done from an economic scale and cost savings for them also.
Okay. Okay, and then you hinted at the specific contracts that a franchise might have, and you said that you have the ability to actually break that contract if possible, if you have a better price with Gordon Food.
Not necessarily break the contract. There's so many aspects that go into the business. I mean, there's linen, there's trash, there's music, there's utilities, there's Coke or Pepsi, there's the whole paper goods and cleaning supplies and chemical companies and et cetera, et cetera. So what we do is we're fortunate because we have 8 or 10 concepts. So we're dealing with different franchisors that have different contracts. So we have the ability to leverage that franchisor's contract against this franchisor's contract and take the better contract.
Okay.
And then we can leverage that into our independent stores, because if you want to do business with us, what do you care if you're under this contract or this contract, as long as you're doing business with us? So the franchisor that has 80 or 90 units has this price from this particular vendor. But the franchisor that has 600 units has a better price from this vendor. We're going to leverage the 600 unit, even though we're one of the 90 units. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
okay.
so,
I guess one final question. You say you have 32 different properties that you own locally?
yeah,
Okay.
but Michigan.
In Michigan. Have there been any attempts to try to reduce waste or take any type of a green approach to your business?
Yes, it has been huge in the hotel business, through linens and through chemicals, and through waste. It's also big in the restaurants as far as what we're recycling and what we do as far as biodegradable products. And there's a lot of products being made out of corn, a lot of the plastics and that type of thing, so that those biodegradable plastics, although they're more expensive, their cost is coming down as more material gets to the market.
Sure.
And recycling, in cardboard especially, we've been recycling for years, to keep stuff out of the landfills. So, and it just makes good sense as far as chemicals and everything, that if you don't have to use as many, it obviously reduces your cost. In fact, at the casino, there's a new, and I don't even understand the technology, but it's a $300 ionization squirt bottle that's actually battery operated, but it takes regular, and it's got to be cool tap water, it can't be hot tap water, but it takes regular cool tap water, and it creates a sanitizer as it goes through this spray bottle.
Oh.
So they're using that on the food court tables. So you also then you don't have, and they're using microfiber towels. So there's less there are no chemicals being used to be inhaled or to be picked up through contact. So they've actually done tests where they're squirting it on there, wiping it off, and then they're putting the test strips on there and showing that there's less bacteria. So it's been fascinating to see that technology, and technology continues to evolve. So yeah, that's something I think we're going to see a lot more of.
Good, and that actually ties back into your core mission statement of just trying to do the right thing.
Try to do the right thing.